Zeke is down for a nap, and by a nap I mean he's singing happy birthday. Nobody's birthday is even near. But today I'm going to be filming a gluten and dairy-free muffin recipe that is freezer friendly and can be pulled out and just thawed the night before or either the morning of. And it's a super simple, easy breakfast to feed any child that is either dairy and gluten intolerant or sensitive, or even if you just don't want a bunch of gluten and dairy in your life. So my son Ezra, I go into this a little bit in our previous video where I made pumpkin pancakes, but my son Ezra has a little bit of a dairy and I think gluten intolerance. He's always had skin issues and eczema and just random flare-ups, and it's been really hard for him, and he's so itchy, and when it flares up he just gets very inconsolable. So I decided to just do this series more so for me, just to keep me accountable to meal prepping in a more functional way. So today you're gonna watch me make some muffins, and yeah, lots more videos to come, and I'm super excited. Also, another tidbit, even though he has an intolerance, I feel like just in general with the things that I know about dairy and gluten, I want to keep those foods less common around our house just because they're very inflammatory. And so even if a person isn't completely allergic or intolerant to it, we all show inflammation in different ways. So I think that, I mean, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, but there could be a lot of benefits if you suffer from joint pain or just skin issues, or I mean lots of different things. But gluten and dairy can be a trigger for a lot of things. I will be using my new KitchenAid today that I got for Christmas. It is beautiful. Let me show it to you. It's the Magnolia one from Target, and it's the most beautiful green color. And there, I mean, in some lightings it almost looks more teal, but it's definitely an emerald green, but it's so pretty. And I've only had the opportunity to use it just a few times, but I love it. And that's another thing is I'm I need to be using this on a daily basis because there's so many different things it can do. So comment below if you have any tips or random things that you use your KitchenAid for, because I know it's one of the most wanted kitchen items, and it's it's a staple for a lot of people. So yeah, give me some ideas. Here are all of the ingredients in one spot. This is my favorite gluten-free flour blend. I get it at Costco in this huge bag. And honestly, when I make gluten-free things with that, I cannot tell it's gluten-free. The texture is amazing. And I just use an organic sugar. I mean, ideally I'd like to use maple syrup in, pure maple syrup in recipes like this, so it's not refined sugar, but I'm just not gonna worry about it today. I'm almost out of maple syrup, and so I just don't want to use the rest of what I have just yet. I'm also going to be doubling this recipe because I like to put one batch in the freezer and then one batch on my counter / in the fridge just to last us a few days, and then the freezer stuff I can use in a couple weeks, and it just really helps to always have backup breakfast ideas and snack ideas. I also use these silicone baking sheets because they are amazing. When you're done cooking and they cool, you can literally just pop them out. You don't have to use any baking liners. If I were to use baking liners, I use silicone ones because again, they just pop right out of those. And then I have one also in the mini, so I got this one at Target, and then I got this one at Target and this one at Meijer. But they're amazing, and I cannot believe I just now discovered that they make these. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. This is probably an unnecessary step with the silicone baking sheets, but I just don't risk it because I hate cleaning out my muffin tins. But I'm gonna go ahead and spray these with my avocado spray from Costco. And then set those aside. next thing that I'm gonna do on the muffins is not from this particular recipe. It's from one that I made a couple weeks ago, and I had leftover streusel topping. So in order to make a streusel topping, you basically just fold in oats, some vegan butter if you're dairy free, and some brown sugar and cinnamon. And that will make you an awesome streusel. So I'm gonna be adding that to the top of my muffins. Go ahead and set your timer. The recipe says like 22 to 27 minutes, but because I have mini ones in there, I'm gonna go ahead and just do like 15 and then check on those and then reset it. And now we wait. One of my favorite things to do while I wait is go ahead and clean up all of my mess. That's a way to make baking less labor intensive. I always feel like baking is one of the most labor intensive things because you have to get out so many things, then you kind of make a lot of like a floury mess, and then you have to put it all away, and it just feels like a lot. But if you're doing it while the muffins are in the oven, then it actually doesn't take that long. All right, I pulled them out of the oven. Sorry, the sun is really shining. They look amazing. These took about 15 minutes, and then these ones took about 20, so not near as long as what the recipe said. I'm gonna let them cool for a little bit, and then I'm gonna transfer them to my wire rack to cool even more. And while that was cooking, I was able to get almost all my dishes cleaned up, so that is a huge win. I like hate when people eat on camera, but oh my gosh, those are so good. You can tell how soft they are and how, like, I don't know, I don't like the word moist either, but they're amazing. And I just got a little apple chunk in that one, and I really liked the tartness that that brought. So anyway, I highly recommend the streusel on top though, because that adds a lot more flavor and sweetness. So yeah. I'll wait. If you watched my 18-week pregnancy update, you probably heard this noise. Normally he just like pushes that chair around, but he just knocked it over. And it makes like the worst noise. Hold on, I'll help you. I'll help you. You did just let mommy make muffins after all. There. Are you grumpy now? What? Are you grumpy? Yeah. Yeah, you're so cute. Come here. So loud. And then he goes over this little lip in our floor and then gets really mad because he can't get the chair over it. Lift it up. Lift it up. Oh my gosh, this is literally all I do all day long. Lift this chair up. Hi Milo. Do you need to go outside? Here, we gotta take Milo outside. Well, those muffins turned out great. There's really nothing I would do different, which is always a win because I feel like every time I make something, I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done this. Actually, I lied. I would more than double the recipe because for some reason, it only made like 2/3 of the pan of the mini muffins. And so, I mean, I'd probably just add like maybe times and a half it or something. Like I would just either double or triple it. Just to get a little bit more batter out of it, more bang for my buck, like time-wise. But other than that, everything turned out great. I will see you here for the next gluten and dairy-free video. We are probably a week or two away from making the announcement of what we were doing to our house, which is super exciting. So stay tuned for our DIY stuff as well. Really what you can expect on our channel is just like maximizing your home life. So anything to do with the home, whether it be DIY projects, kitchen stuff, non-toxic living, and just like family life in general. That's what you can expect to see here. Just kind of a big combination of all the things that we love. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.